Have all of your exclusives and imports for Supreme Darkness. Will be opening up shortly here for your pre-sales for Supreme Darkness. Now remember, discount code MCO40 is going to save you on everything that you are going to want out of this. You need a Meows, you need the exclusives, and the imports you're going to see in this video. Discount code MCO40 will save you on your purchase. I'll leave a link down below so you guys can grab yours today. So you guys smash the link, crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. So starting off over here, we have the Dark Necromancer, which was one of the more unique cards on this set. Normal or special, you can send a Fiend or Zombie Ritual monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. Then you can add a ritual spell from your deck to your hand. And if this card is banished, you can target one of your banished level 4 or lower Fiend or Zombie monster, special summon it. You can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. It's actually not bad on a 1014, but we didn't get a specific ritual monster for this. Then we have the Volcarion, the Rotting Phoenix. It can be a zombie tuner. If you control a zombie monster, special summon this card from your hand. During your main phase, you can return this card from the field to the hand. Then you can special summon a zombie monster from your hand. You can only use each effect of Volcarion, the Rotting Phoenix, once per turn. This is definitely an interesting zombie card. The fact that it is acting as a tuner monster as well is actually kind of cool. Like I said, the zombie stuff in this set leaves a little bit to be desired, but they actually kind of tried here, which is really, really cool. Then we have Curse of the Ancient Turtle. We saw this one very early on, which lets you banish a zombie monster from your hand or graveyard to send a zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. And then when your zombie monster is destroyed by battle, you can banish this card from your graveyard to special summon a monster with 2,000 or less defense from your deck. Now, of course, you can only use each effect of Curse of the Ancient Turtle once per turn, but hey, you know what? An Ancient Turtle retrain, or a Pyramid Turtle retrain, was definitely awesome to see. Then we have Mini Mauleon, which is actually, this little guy looks interesting. So you can banish one other card from your hand, special summon this card from your hand. You can banish one face-up level 4 lower monster you control, special summon one monster from your deck with the same original type and attribute than that banished monster had, but 1 or 2 levels lower than its original level. And of course, you can only use each effect of Mini Mauleon once per turn. That's interesting that we're getting a free little extender here on a level 4 of all things. And then we have the Shadow Severing Strike. I see that the DDD support is coming out. So if a card or cards is banished from your hand or field to activate a monster effect, except during damage step, we can apply one of these effects based on the card. So monster, negate the effects of one face-up spell trap card on the field, spell draw 2 cards, or trap banish a monster on the field. If this card is banished activate a monster effect, you can add one of your other banished cards to your hand. Excuse me, that's actually quite good for an exclusive. Okay, next up is the DD Post. Oh my gosh, this art is insane. Monsters you control gain 300 attack for each type monster, spell, or trap among your banished cards. And then once per turn, during the main phase, you can banish one card from your hand or graveyard. Then you can shuffle one of your banished cards into the deck. If this card is banished, you can place it face up on the field. You can only use this effect of DD Post once per turn. Oh man, this art, I love this. This is absolutely amazing. And then we got a Beast of Tallar retrain, the Sword Summit. So this card is always going to be treated as an Archfiend card as per usual. And if you control no monster, special summon this card from your hand. The first time the card will be destroyed by your opponent's card effects each turn is not. And neither player can target other monsters with equip spell cards or effects. You know, for a Beast of Tallar retrain, at least he's looking super sweet, man. But I did not expect that the TCG would hand us a Beast of Tallar retrain of all things. And then we have Ripple Bird. All right, this is interesting. We got a 2 level 1 monsters. Detach one material from this card, target one monster on the field, change its battle position. While all monsters you control are in attack position, this card gains 500 attack. While other monsters you control in defense mode, your opponent cannot declare an attack. Well, that's a new little floodgate monster. I don't know if this card's going to immediately see some crazy play value, but still, that's pretty interesting. And then we have the Toil of the Normal. Oh my gosh. Apply these effects in sequence based on the number of normal monsters with different names in your graveyard, and skip over any that do not apply. So +1 this turn, normal monster control gain 800 attack. 2+ negate the effects of one effect monster on the field until the end of this turn. 3, this turn normal monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. 4, shuffle one effect monster on the field into the deck. And 5, add 1 the Toil of the Normal from your deck to your hand. You can only activate 1 Toil of the Normal per turn. This is adorable. Like, Absolutely amazing. Now we get into the Mitsugi stuff, which we saw this stuff on the early stream, but this is the new reptile archetype. So on normal or special, or if this card is distributed, you can target one Mitsugi card in your graveyard banishment, except for this card, and add it to your hand. If another reptile you control will be destroyed by battle card effect, should be this card instead. And of course, you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. And it's actually on a 1600, which is actually not too terribly bad. All right, this reptile stuff does give some good stuff. And then we have Saji here. Same thing on normal or special, or if this card is tributed, you can add a Mitsugi spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. And if another reptile monsters you control be destroyed by battle card effect, and tribute this card instead. And this is going to be on a 1700. The two base forms for the Mitsugi monsters, both looking incredibly strong, actually. I am very, very impressed with what they managed to hand to the Mitsugi stuff, at least on the form of the level 4s, kind of start things off. And then we have the Amino Marumo no Mitsugi. You can ritual summon this card with a Mitsugi Ritual. If this card is special summoned, you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Yeah, that's really, really good. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can activate this effect. Your opponent discards a card or that effect is negated. And if this card is distributed, you can add a Mitsugi card from your deck to your hand except for itself. Then you can special summon this card. And of course, you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. Yeah, I too love a 3200 that can recur itself. And then we have the Futuo Marumo no Mitsugi. So we can ritual summon this card with the Mitsugi Ritual. If your opponent special summons a monster, except during damage step, target a reptile monster in your graveyard, except for this, special summon it. You can activate this effect of this card's once per turn. If this card is tributed, we can add a Mitsugi card from your deck to your hand, except for this. Then you can special summon this card. Hey, look, a 3400 that can also float and do more things. And then we have the Mitsugi Prayers. When you activate this card, you can also tribute a reptile monster from your hand or field and apply one of these effects. But if you tributed a monster to activation, you get both of them. So the first one is you get to add a Mitsugi monster from your deck to your hand, which is actually hilarious. Or you can take 800 damage and you can special summon a Mitsugi from your hand or graveyard, but it cannot attack directly this turn. So technically, you could special summon whatever you're searching with this, which is actually, I think, one of the cooler little things that we had access to with this. But hey, free extenders. Mitsugi Ritual. This card is actually insanely good. So this card can be used to ritual summon any reptile ritual monster and activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. So we can ritual summon a reptile monster from the deck by attributing reptile monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal the level of the ritual monster, or we can ritual summon one reptile monster from the hand by attributing up to 2 reptile monsters from the hand, deck, or field whose total level equal the level of the ritual monster. Yeah, you read that. Ritual summoning from the deck. And then we have the Mitsugi Great Purification. When your opponent activates a card or effect, attribute a level 5 or higher reptile monster, negate that effect. And if you do, destroy that card. You can banish this card from your graveyard and then target one reptile monster in your graveyard, special summon it. And if you do, tribute one other monster you control. You can only use one Mitsugi Great Purification effect once per turn, and only once that turn. I too love free negates out here. I really wish that this was on a counter trap card. It would have been really good. And then we have Detonating Kurio as our import. If a Kurio monster is on the field, special summon this card from the hand. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, quick effect, you can equip this card you control that opponent's monster as an equipped spell with the following effect. The equipped monster's effect is negated. You can only use each effect of Detonating Kurio once per turn. Yes, we finally got the legendary Kurio support out here. I don't expect Kurio to be good in 2025, but this is still awesome. And then we have Otonari Thunder. So if you control 2 or more Thunder monsters, and this card is in your hand or graveyard, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Well, that's not a problem whatsoever. We can target 1 Exceed monster you control, attach 2 level 4 Light Thunder monsters, or attach 2 level 4 face-up field and graveyard to it as material. So, hey, free materials for your Exceed monster, including this card you control, and you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. But, hey, Ma and Pa support. And then we have the Performa Pal Sky Magician Girl. If you control a continuous spell, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned from the hand, you can send one level 4 or lower light spellcaster monster from the deck to the graveyard. And if this face-up card leaves the field, and target one spell or trap card on the field and destroy it. And you can only use each effect of the Perform a Pal Sky Magician Girl once per turn. Actually, really cool that they decided to port this over. And then the most important card in the set is Majus Coronor. So this is going to be 2 Fusion, Synchro, Exceed, or Link monsters or spellcasters, which it's either Fusion Summon or Special Summon from the extra deck by sending the correct Fusion material monsters you control to the graveyard. And then once per turn, when a monster declares an attack, you can target it, negate its attack, and if you use card gains attack equal that monster's attack until the end of this turn. Then you can return that monster to the hand. That's right, Coronor is here. This card is really good. So, those are your imports. What do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.